Hello everyone, I'm Pixa and welcome to the Briarwood Save. As you can see, there's a lot of different things on the screen, but before we get there, I stream every Wednesday and Friday, and when you see this, I will be live because I'm actively doing streamers, which means I'm streaming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So when this is up, it'll probably be the last day of streamers, and you can come watch me build Central Park and help me out with the lore and the build and all that jazz. So yeah, I'll enter the picture here and here, up there, of what it looks like. So come check me out, Pixa, twitch.tv/PIIXXXAA, and or here on YouTube. So yeah, let's get into the tour, and I will not waste any more of your time. Okay, so the apartment we are in now is owned by the Zhao family / couple. They're not married, but that's their household name. And we've got Mei Zhao and Darrell Williams who live in that apartment I was just in. Let me play so you guys can see them walking around. And if we go up there, I can speak about their lore a little bit and get into what they do. So Darrell is the DJ. There's clearly somebody DJing in here, and he uses this space to practice and make sure that they have no seats at all. I really like this apartment. I really wanted it to be, more cramped New York City style living, but it's a little bit nicer than some of the other apartments that are in the inner city. And he's a DJ. He does DJ gigs around the city, and that's kind of his only income right now. He is not that great. He's not the best DJ, but I like to see him as somebody who, sees himself as a prodigy. I think he's a little bit cocky, but he has a good support system, aka his girlfriend, who helps promote him. She's having walking around issues, but she is a promoter. That's actually her, party planner is what they call it in, basemental. But yeah, she's a party planner, and I actually have a little card for her. Promoter for DJ Darrell. What a silly name. Me and Darrell are a two-man show, but never a one-hit wonder, and they're co-signed during 2010. So if you missed my ramblings about how the save file was set in 2014, they started about 4 years ago, and the first 2 years they were kind of just messing around and not really taking it too seriously. But now, okay let me give you some privacy. They were messing around and not really taking it too seriously, but now they really are taking it seriously because they got bills to pay, and adulting is no joke. So that's May and Darrell. They're super sweet, and this is the apartment they live in. While we're here, I can show you guys the thrift store that is down here. It is actually functional. It's just really early morning in the day, so no one's out and about as of yet, but as you can see, there's a bunch of coffee cups and things from the patrons who were here before. And this is a cafe I made on stream called Brew and Browse. So basically, it's pretty cute. It's a pretty cute idea. I'm pretty sure it was Zombie Twin who came up with that name, but this is the cafe where you brew, and this is the thrift store where you browse. How cute is that? I love it. And these racks are all functional. You can come and create a fashion look, and Sims will actually come and walk about. So hopefully we get to see some soon while I hop over to the other households and let you know about their lore and whatnot. But I do want to address Darrell and May's lack of family. They don't really have much family here. Darrell is he's a single child, so he pretty much just has been himself his entire life. And May does have a stricter family, but she also is a single child, so they both kind of can relate on feeling kind of lonely in life, and just they found each other at the right place at the right time. And they do kind of seem like opposites attract a little bit, but I assure you, look at their chemistry through the roof. They love each other, and it's super cute. He's an aspiring party planner. Sir, that is not your job. That is not your job. Anyway, yeah, I love these two. They're super cute, and I love their little room. I wanted to make sure that peaks of May came throughout because she's just moved in, and this is kind of Darrell's bachelor pad, shall I say. Like, they've been dating for some time, but she just decided that, hey, maybe we should move in and like take that next step in our relationship. So everything pretty much has Daryl written all over it, except, you know, May's little plushie and the shoes, stuff that she brought, and her clothes, because she likes to wear black. And yeah, she's supposed to be giving, like, you know, I'm gonna put some pictures of very specific aesthetic of 2014 Tumblr soft grunge. Let me show you. Look, this is her main outfit. Like that's what I was going for. I think I nailed it. She's adorable. Me and chat nailed it. Okay, let's move on to the next household. So the next apartment belongs to one of my favorite little families in this building, and I don't exactly have a name for them, but I do have the storyline and all the beats I want to hit. So that's pretty much what I've got going on. So it's a father and his little baby boy who live in this apartment, and he's a single dad. I know that's a pretty common storyline, but to add my own little twist onto it, I decided that he's going to be a divorced single dad who's going through a nasty divorce. And with the help of some mods like the relationship pregnancy overhaul mod and SMB bills, you can really get some interesting things going on. So as for the decor of this place, he is the one actually moving in. If we look down at the elevator here, there's some stuff like a stroller and pans and clothes and whatnot, and this is his elevator to move into his place. So he's newly freshly divorced, just left his house that was not in Briarwood. Actually, he decided that moving here would be good because a city like Briarwood is constantly doing construction, and he's a construction worker. As you can see, he's got his little construction bench out here and his work bag, and I just wanted it to feel very practical and very like they're moving in, kind of bare a little bit. So I didn't go too crazy with the clutter, but I'm pretty happy with the layout and the function of this apartment so far. I think it feels very manly, and like there's a baby in here with, you know, some of the clutter I've added around. And yeah, he's going through a nasty divorce. His wife is, I don't want to say that she's crazy, because I don't like that word. I just think she is going through some struggles, and she can't, you know, physically take care of their child anymore. And she also is a little bit of a cheater. She's a little bit of a cheater. So she, why am I saying a little bit? It's either you cheat or you don't. Anyways, she cheated. And along with her mental health issues, she just, I guess he couldn't do it anymore. He took the kid. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's morally gray. Just know that they don't get along. And they don't like each other very much. And he has custody of the kid. Now, his wife used to be a stay-at-home wife who had a little bit of a side hustle. So that's what she's living on right now. But I'm excited to put her in the world because I think she'll be fun. Anyways, yeah, so just some decor here and there. He's into fishing and exercise. I wanted him to be a very stereotypical man, very manly, because that's fun. I haven't done that before yet. So he just got his baby bottles and cereal, and, you know, I did everything I could to make it feel like a manly man, a very manly man was living in here. Yeah, it's cute. I like it. I think it suits him, and he even has this amazing balcony. Go him. I don't want to know what the rent looks like on this place, but he's a very successful construction worker. So let's move on to the next apartment in this building. So this apartment belongs to one of my favorite Sims. He doesn't have a name and he doesn't exist, but I have a storyline. Okay, I like to start with storylines first before I make Sims. It's just easier that way. Way easier that way. When I go in to make a sim, I feel stuck and I feel like I just fall into old habits, and that's not useful if I want to have a game that feels alive and full of life and breath. Anyways, so the idea for this apartment is that this sim is a little bit of a, what do I say to not get YouTube to strike me down? He's a little bit of a dealer, okay? He's a dealer of things. I feel like you could put the pieces of the puzzle together. He's a dealer of things. He's got this big bag of money just in his apartment. Put 2 and 2 together. I think you got it, okay? So he's an up and coming person like that, all right? So he just got this little apartment. He was just able to move out of his parents' house and kind of settle himself into San Myshuno. And he's really just, I don't want to say he's another manly man. No, he's a gamer. He's got some games down here that are, I think those are PS4 games. And he's got a PS5. I don't know why, but chat decided that this console looks better. I feel like he's the type of sim to only play NBA 2K. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean, okay? He's only playing 2K and FIFA. That's it. And maybe COD, okay? I think that's all he's playing. But this apartment was a challenge and a half. Furnishing these apartments, challenge and a half. Anyway, he really likes sports. He's a sporty sim. And his apartment is super cozy and cute. I really like it in here. And I think it functions well for what it needs to be. He's got some of his, record books for his, some product. This cute stereo from The Sims 2, I think. These little books, just anything he could to decorate it and make it feel homey. But I really like it. It's really simple, but I think it gets the message across for this particular sim. And a tip for the bathrooms is to decorate them according to the Sims personalities. Again, I feel like this guy would barely have anything, so he barely has anything. Sometimes I make the bathrooms like in better condition or have more things depending on how, well kept I think this sim is. And I don't think he's like super into his appearance, so I don't see him caring that much about that per se. And he does have access to this communal balcony. Just has some laundry on it right now, but just have access to that, and everyone on this floor has access to that. All right, so the aesthetics has changed a lot right now. This is given bourgeoisie, okay? The sim who lives here is a lawyer, and he is an up and coming lawyer. So he's not very high up in the food chain of lawyers, but he's got enough money to actually buy out this apartment. So he owns this apartment, and he doesn't really need to speak to the landlord for anything. He does, because this is The Sims, I can't actually have him own it, but in my head he owns it, and the landlord only comes in to fix things for him out of kindness of his heart, because he gave him a big check when he bought this. Okay, so I feel like him and the landlord are like this. So that's the sim who lives here. He's a very sleek, modern man. I feel like my save needs more men, so I'm really bulking them up in this in this complex. But yeah, he's very sleek, very clean, very minimal, very bougie, and I kind of want his space to reflect that. It's not completely finished, but I did feel like I should mention this apartment. It's super nice, and I feel like he's a good lawyer. I feel like he takes it very, very seriously, and he doesn't mess around with his job. And he doesn't mess around with his aspirations. But yeah, I like this little apartment. Also, the views outside the windows of these places, that's the dream. To look out the window in the game and see the perfect scenery. It makes my heart so happy just to see it outside. It's so nice. Okay, anyways, this is a little computer setup. I wanted it to keep it very bare. I obviously put something over here, but he's got this little compartment. He's very neat. He's very, very neat. His business card, his little sticky notes. This computer is actually by Haranja. No, it's not. It's by GUA. I'm so sorry. It's by GUA. And this is Felix and Andre. So yeah, that's about this guy. He's very, I think he would be super charming and sort of like your stereotypical rich, charming guy, but can take things seriously when he needs to. Charming in a mysterious way, not charming in a I'm trying to charm you way. Anyways, I don't need to make a transition for this part. I can just quickly talk about the fact that there will also be places for your Sims to live once you get your hands on the save, which I promise is very, very soon. Yeah, they'll be able to live here, and they'll be able to live here. And I think that is all the apartments that you will get access to. Probably this one as well. And yeah, feel free to kick my Sims out again, but those are the apartments that I've left for your Sims to live in. So yeah, let's move on to the little brownstone next to this place, and I can show you the Sims that live in this little section. Okay, let's go. So I want to give you a little rundown of these Sims before I give you a mini tour of their house. So Mr. Timothy really would be happy to have a child, and so would the entirety of his family, specifically his mother. And I'll pop up some screenshots that I took, and some storylines that I made with that. And his mother really wants a grandchild. So Timothy wants a child, his mother wants a grandchild, but unfortunately, if we take a look at Miss Clara, she does not want a child. And not only does she not want to have a child, she has fertility issues. Her fertility is really low, and it's not great. It's not great. The odds of her, losing someone is very high, and they have been trying. I hate when couples say that, but they've been trying. Okay, they've been trying for babies, and it's just really not working out for them. Now, Timothy is understanding. He's not upset at Clara. Obviously, he can't be. He's not upset at her. He's not like, I don't know, expecting something that she can't give. And they knew this coming into the relationship, that it would be a problem, because Timothy spoke about it to her before. But now that they are climbing up in age a little bit and time is kind of running out, they definitely need to figure something out that's going to work for them. And I honestly really love these Sims. They're super cute, and Tim is very understanding. He's very understanding, but he does feel a lot of pressure to, give his mother what she wants and ultimately get what he wants, which is a baby. And another interesting part of Clara's story is she's actually a daycare teacher. She works across the street at Sunnyside Daycare, which is over there. Very cute. I love this daycare, and that's where she works. So I don't want to say that's where she gets her fix of having a kid, even though she doesn't want one. She likes being around kids. She just doesn't know for herself that she would be able to raise one. I think honestly, she's a little bit scared of what, raising a child entails. And, you're raising a whole human being. It's not as simple as just, popping a baby out and that's it. So yeah, I think she's got to think about it. And, there's mechanisms in relationship, pregnancy, and overhaul where she can decide to change her mind. So if she changes her mind, then maybe they can do some procedures. But I think Clara's very anti-procedure. She doesn't really want to. She doesn't want to go through things that would help her have a baby, because she just doesn't want one. And that's valid, but it's also valid that Tim wants one. So I don't know what's gonna happen with these two. The drama. Anyways, let me give you a little tour of their house now that my talking is over. So Timothy is a programmer. He's in the tech career, and he also does streaming on the side. So he just comes to his little computer, and if you click play game, stream let's play, and he just streams his let's plays from his little PC. And it's very cute to watch him play in this little room. He's obviously very into anime and video games, and he's a big nerd. He's a huge nerd, and he's always been pretty nerdy. But in order to afford a place like this, he needs to be pretty high up in his career. He's a project manager. He's not super high. That's about level 5 in his branch, so he's doing well for himself. And his parents kind of gave him a little bit of Head Start money. I wouldn't say they're the wealthiest in Briarwood. I would say that person lives in the inner city. If you know, you know. I think her name is Danielle. If you know, you know. Anyway, she's definitely the richest sitting in the city, but he's not. Oh my god, I'm getting fried. Anyways, So his parents gave him a little bit of donation money to be able to afford this very expensive place that they own. They don't rent, they own it. Okay. Even though, I have to use for rent to make it work, but that's what it's point. So if we go to the living room, I don't see Clara as someone who's like on his butt about cleaning. So it's pretty disheveled. It's not fully cluttered, but I got the gist across. I want him to have like way too many consoles in here. Just a lot going on. Timothy's new project is already falling behind schedule. Does he persuade his boss that he needs more time? I'm pretty sure he would crack the whip. I'm sorry if you get fired, buddy. Oh, performance game. Okay, cool. Anyways, yeah, so I want him to have the latest tech, everything super new for the time. And this kind of felt appropriate. I know the Switch didn't come out, but he gives me somebody who would own a Switch. Okay. So here's their kitchen. It's very small, but it's functional. So it works. It's very cute, I imagine Timothy brought that in with his ducks. Frosted flakes, a cookbook. Very cute. Very simple. Gets the job done. I really like adding these half walls into kitchens. Our spaces just don't feel complete, but that really helped out. Yeah, I really like their kitchen. It's one of my favorite kitchens so far. What else can I show you guys? Their bedroom. Here's their bedroom. It's very simple again, but I found it hard to like mesh their both like super high tech personalities with Clara's a little bit more, I'd say, artsy and like lighter colors and florals and patterns. So having them cohabit in a space is definitely interesting, but I feel like they would have settled on this bed. I think Timothy wouldn't be so offended sleeping in this bed. And he gets to keep his little electronics, like his alarm clock and this cute little fish aquarium, fishbowl aquarium. You can actually put fish in there, which is pretty cool. And his stereo. So yeah, I like this bedroom. It feels lived in. And they've got some posters of their cats because obviously they own a cat named Beans. He's adorable. Oh, I also forgot to mention that this cafe is a cat cafe. So that's cool. And people are in here, just relaxing and chilling. Anyways, back to the apartment space. What else can I show you guys? Oh yeah, I was talking about the bedroom. So just Bean's bed and a hamper. Very simple bathroom as well. It's quite large for this place, but I needed the space. So here is the space. It's blue and a little bit more modern than this room, but I think it works because it matches, the vibes of downstairs. And yeah. Clara is also into making jewelry. I decided that as a hobby for her because I felt like she didn't really have anything outside of her career and I wanted her to have something to do. So they converted the laundry room into this smaller space and then gave her a little drawing room. Drawing slash, she's only doing jewelry in here, but I imagine she sketched these. It's pretty cute. I like it in here. Yeah. That is Clara and Tim. Where is she? Oh, she just came back. She's looking very upset. That is Clara and Tim and their little brownstone in the middle of the city. I hope you liked them, and we can move on to the next area that I want to show you in the safe. Here we are at Sunnyside Daycare. It's one of my favorite lots, and I'm excited to show you around. So let's get inside. Right, welcome to Sunnyside, one of my favorite builds in the save. I love this build. Anyways, this is a daycare owned by a sim in my game, obviously, and her name is Sasha. And Sasha owns this daycare, and she's a little bit of a boss babe. She works very hard to keep this place open and keep our employees happy and whatnot. So let's go inside. And I can talk a little bit more about the lore and, my build process and whatnot. So at the front desk, I wanted to keep it pretty simple, pretty realistic. I didn't want to have any craziness, like big statues or big statues or big, anything that they wouldn't be able to afford. because I wanted it to be, you know, not completely run down, but not the nicest daycare in the world. So the person who sits at the front, her name is Barbara. She runs the front desk and she's been working here for forever. She actually helped Sasha build out this daycare, and you know, she's made some of the major design decisions like this wallpaper in both this room and, you know, the TV on the card and the rug. She picked out all of this and she was like, look, I saw on the internet, this is how people decorate, so this is how you need to decorate. Barbara, she's ahead of her times. She's ahead of the times. And yeah, I just wanted to feel like a welcoming space that actually looks like a reception. I think it's cute. Next we have the little cubby area for shoes and for, you know, the kitties to put their stuff down and get ready for the day. It's not completely cluttered like I want it to be, but you know, this build is relatively finished, so I thought I'd show you. It looks really cool from the outside. You can see the street and whatnot. I really love outside views. Anyways, this is where the kitties get dressed and, you know, take their stuff off for the day. Very simple, very simple. Their potty's outside, got a little toy. I imagine these pictures are pictures of the kids and, you know, the trips they went on and field trips and activities they do with the daycare. I remember when I went to daycare, we had like a huge photo wall of all the stuff that the kids did. And this first playroom belongs to the toddlers. This is the toddler playroom, and you know, this is where they come to play. It functions, everything functions. They can sit on these pillows, they can play with these toys. And yeah, it's very cute in here. I like to come in here and let them watch TV and just chill out, and the teachers will actually come and teach them some things. I see somebody mess this one up. It's very cute. I really like this one. This one's for the toddlers, and this room is for the infants. So I learned that you need to have them separated, and I wanted less clutter for the infants because they can get stuck behind things like over here and over here. It just kind of gets a little messy. So I had originally one bassinet here, but I had to move it. And some of my favorite kids that come into the daycare are the infants, Rowan and Sophie. They're so cute, and they're the only infants in my save. So I really like watching them come and interact. They're so adorable. Really cute. Really cute. And yeah, so, you know, just some bathrooms. Very simple. There's not much in here. I should add some more posters to the wall, but just some bathrooms with a cool mirror. And on the outside, I wanted it to feel really nostalgic. Oh, what the? Okay, there's a food tray outside. I wanted it to feel really nostalgic and, you know, something that reminds me of my childhood. And a lot of the daycares I used to go to had this sort of like outdoor section so the kids could get some fresh air. And, you know, you don't have to take them to the park and whatnot. So I just thought this would be convenient for the kids. And this is a functional slide, but these don't function. But that's okay. The kids come in here. They really like the sand pit. So it's cute. And they really like this market toy, this market stand. This lot is one of my favorites. I just love playing as Clara because she comes to this lot for her job, and it's so much fun. I really enjoy it. Next we have the sleeping room. You're gonna see grilled cheeses absolutely everywhere, and that's because my Sims wouldn't stop cooking grilled cheese. I have this one employee, and she's my worst employee. And all she does is come in here and make grilled cheeses. Make food, make grilled cheese, and that's all she does. Look, every surface, she's put grilled cheese. I don't have a name for her yet, but she's lucky I can't fire her. She's lucky. She really is. Anyways, let's start with the employee break room because it's, you know, the most mundane thing. It's an employee break room. I want it to feel boring and bland, and that's kind of what it feels like. I imagine that this pan belongs to Clara, and this is where she drinks her little coffee. And yeah, so I just wanted to feel like they're actually in here doing things, and it was kind of hard to find a bunch of lunch boxes. There's only one in the game, but and a little vending machine so they can eat. Very cute. Microwave, coffee, very nice. Oh, I also imagine that this lunchbox belongs to a, you know, a teenager who works here part-time and they don't really want to be here, but this is the only job they can get, and it's the first one they got. So I don't imagine Clara being good friends with them. I like they would awkwardly sit across the table and avoid glancing at each other, but that is besides the point. Next, we have a little storage room because I felt that was realistic. There's a little box here for the toy that is downstairs. So that's pretty cute. I like that. And just some extra stuff and bits and bobs. Next, into the kitchen. This food is mixing a texture. We love to see it. Oh, I can't even delete it. Okay, just ignore that. Let me put that in there. So, onto the kitchen. I wanted it to feel like an industrial kitchen. Like they get a lot of cooking done in here because clearly they do. There's food everywhere. More grilled cheeses. I swear. Anyways, more grilled cheeses. Clara actually made these brownies. Thank God for Clara because the kids would be eating steak tartare. Anyways, it's very functional in here. I can assure you because there's food everywhere. So it's very cute. I like these little lunch trays. They make it really feel like a place where they're actually cooking food for the kids. And this is a garnish. This is not functional, but this one is, and you can select the food that's sold here so your employees can come and get some food here while they're working, which is pretty nice. Next, we have the office space that belongs to Sasha. I wanted it to feel very clean and, she's a businesswoman, okay? She has business things to do. I didn't want it to feel too eclectic, but she made sure that the daycare was full of color and not lacking in any of that. So I'm glad she kept her beige to herself. Is that controversial? Maybe a little bit. Anyways, her office, it's cute. I like it. Very nice. I actually made this poster myself. So, and I think that is actually New York, and got it from Pixels. It's actually a part of my custom content set called the Briarwood souvenir set. I think that's what I called it, and it comes with a bunch of really cool posters that I've used throughout the save. So if you download this save file, you'll definitely just get these posters along with it. But yeah, those are fun to make. And that is the Sunnyside daycare. It's really cute. One of my favorite lots. The whole lot is a daycare, and I usually love myself a hybrid lot, so that's a little interesting. But hopefully you like this side of Briarwood, and we're gonna move on to another side so I can show you one of my big huge changes, so stay tuned for that. Okay, welcome to a very special lot that I am excited to share with you guys. I think I've only talked about it and shown it on stream, but it was a series, a mini series on my welcome to a very special part of the video where I show you some of the bigger projects that I'm working on for the save file. And this is the Briarwood Plaza. Now that's not the final name because we all know my naming schemes are questionable, but this is the Briarwood Plaza, and it is a very large lot, multifunctional lot that I use to make my game feel more alive. So let me give you a tour and show you around. I want to do this one at nighttime because I just feel like it looks better at night and feels a little more realistic that way. But let's start with the electronics store. Now this store is not owned by a particular sim as of yet, but because of this mod I have by Ravagine, the open for business controller sign, I can make it owned by any sim. But the sim I picture working here owns the entire store, and they also like to do robotics and make robotics and film their things that they make for YouTube. So I imagine they have a YouTube channel, and that's how they kind of get the bulk of their money to stock their store, and that's what they do. So this lot is very cute, and I wanted a place for my sims to come and buy electronics without having to build a huge department store, and something that didn't really feel like the vibes of the save. So some items are missing, but got the microwaves here that you can buy. There used to be Blockbuster here, but Flickbuster vending machines here, but those broke with an update. I gotta put them back. You can buy some TVs for your place, or you can buy some consoles. I had some tablets up here. Some more consoles in different colors. We've got some speakers down here and some streaming equipment. So basically, I eventually want to fill this out with, the very basic essential electronics. So if you really want to play realism through and through, you can just come down here and pick up electronics. So that's what I wanted to do there. Here is me attempting to make an alleyway. I think it works. I think it looks good. Let me switch the time of day. You guys can see a little better. Yeah, it's just an alleyway with a truck back there. And let's move on to the place beside it. So this is a little Japanese restaurant, Japanese Asian fusion. I can't really, pinpoint an exact culture because The Sims doesn't have really an exact culture, but this is a very, very cute restaurant that I also built on stream. I wanted to feel very lived in, very grungy, but very authentic. And you can actually fill these with food and they function. So that's pretty fun as well. With this cart, people can come in and order food. I just gotta move this in like so. And yeah, I imagine it's owned by a little grandma Sim. I love my grandma Sims. And little grandma Sim, maybe her daughter. And her daughter who just owned this place. I think it's really cute. I imagine they've had it for a really long time. And the people who own this plaza are very annoyed that they've been here for so long. But I really like it. I think it's super sweet. And just a little touch of food in case your Sims are hungry while they're here. So the next place we have in the plaza, I'm sorry I'm moving quickly, but there's a lot to get through. So the next place in the plaza we have is a floral shop. Now this floral shop is owned by a Sim who's very enthusiastic about plants, and you'll see upstairs what I mean by that. Some of these lots are tiered, so they've got a lot going on to them. And here you can buy plants. Obviously the floral thingy is here, so you can just come and buy some flowers if you choose. I used to have an ice cream stand here, but I got rid of it because it was giving me a headache. But if you go upstairs, this Sim actually hosts they host they host floral arrangement classes. Okay, so this is the floral arrangement teacher's bench, and she's got I tried to make mental note that she has really beautiful arrangements, and her entire station looks gorgeous. Like, she knows what she's doing. Okay, and if you go over to the students, we've got dropped pots, we've got nothing here, we've got some soil boxes on the side. The students really don't know what they're doing. They've got like a dropped pot here. Maybe this is slightly successful, I'm not sure. That's just me layering stuff. Compost bin, and this one has a little picture of what they're trying to inspo. Every student has inspo as well, which is pretty cute. I like that. And these screens back here belong to this little indoor, what do I call it? Terrarium. They host animals in here, like a stick bug and a frog. I think that's a butterfly in there. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is where the insects reside, and kids kind of come here to learn more about the animals and whatnot. Very cute. Very cute. There used to be a lot more animals here, but for some reason they must have gotten taken out. But yeah, it's pretty cute up here. I like it. And I got the rope so you can't, pass. Very cute. Very cute. And yeah, she just hosts, field trips and, homeschooled students and anyone who kind of wants to pay to come through, they can. And she has a whole little business up here. So that's how I figured she's surviving in this current climate, because how else would she? How else would she? Next, moving on to the library. Very cute. The library that actually doubles as a church. Wow. There's a church on the top. I really wanted a church in my game, but I couldn't find anywhere. And I didn't want to take up a whole lot with the church. So I put it on top of a library, and I think it works. If we head downstairs, now not every shelf has a book in it, but I think it's pretty. This is actually a self-service kiosk. So I think you can buy books here. And this is a vendor's table. So some sim will actually come in here to tend the table. It's pretty nice. And yeah, it just feels like a cozy little library. I didn't want it to be too big. You can actually buy books from here as well. So it's pretty cute. I need to clean it up a bit, but I'm pretty happy with what it looks like so far. And yeah, again, the church. I just wanted somewhere where my sims could do their little sermons and my religious sims can do their religion. I don't know how else to describe that. And yeah, that's it. So let's move on. Let us move on to the last lot. The last area in this lot is a pharmacy. I have to redo that. Okay. So this is the next lot. Owned by a sim and her best friend. They own a pharmacy in the city. And they both graduated from Foxbury, actually. And as you can see, they got their little Foxbury bag. And they opened up this pharmacy not too long ago. Probably circa 2012, 2011. They just got in here. So it hasn't been in business for very too long. But they wanted to service people while keeping it affordable for the average person who lives in this city. Which, not everyone's rich. So the products are affordable. And the Sims can actually come and buy things in here with again, that controller mod that I had. And yeah, this lot is really cute. I just have her come in and use the machines and do all her sciencey stuff. And this is a dog trinket maker. And this comes from Get to Work, I think. But yeah, it's super cute in here. I just wanted to feel very cold and medicine-like, very hospital-like. It's very scary in here, honestly, but that was the vibes that I was going for. It's even a little functional phone booth, which is pretty cute. You can use that phone to make calls. Some baskets. Just anything that, looks like it belongs in a pharmacy. I put up even some kids' toys because I feel like pharmacies have those. Some makeup, some gym equipment. This is suntan lotion. Now that is sunscreen. Makeup, BB powder, sippy cups, anything that you would need for a sickness. I had more things here, but you know how it is sometimes things just disappear. So yeah, I have I want to have all the things from what's the mod called? It's the mod where your sim gets sick and then you can buy the objects from the phone, and there's like a pharmacy, and I wanted this to be that pharmacy. So yeah, okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. My name is Pixa. This is the Briarwood save file. I stream every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. By the time you see this video, I will be live again, so come check me out. We're doing some really fun things for winter in the Briarwood Sea, hint, Central Park, whatnot. So come check me out. And yeah, this is the Briarwood save. I hope you enjoyed this video and me yibber jabbering about the lore in my save, and I will catch you later. Bye bye. Oh, also please subscribe and share and all the YouTube stuff.